you. Tonight we're going to take a look at a beer from Prince Edward Island, neighboring province of ours. Going to take a look at the latest product from Gahan Brewery, their Sydney Street Stout, the bottled version.
How can something be a neighbor when there's a body of water between us?
It still counts.
It still counts. Well, there's a bridge.
It's like a moat.
Doesn't matter, still counts.
But
if the house next door was behind a moat, would it not be your neighbor?
No, because there's water between us.
Buzz.
Beer.
Alright.
So, if you're ever living beside Scott, build a boat.
Right. Alright, now I did have a chance to have this one before. I had this over in PEI in summer 2011 in the form of a growler, and I remember it being decent, but not too bad. I had a chance to have a bottle of this a little while ago, and I decided to try and re-review it. And lo and behold, these guys wanted to do some beer reviews, and I brought some beer over. And you know what we're going to do? Gahan Stout. It's been released here in New Brunswick as a limited edition for some reason. I don't know if it's limited edition good, but let's pop it open and give it a try. We have a lady zombie behind the camera here.
I hear the pizzicato tiptoeing of a pesky skunk.
Alright.
Oh, that's black again.
It's a stout.
God, enough with the racial slurs.
Being black is not a bad thing.
Exactly.
Once you go black, you never go back.
Look at the big
You can't
foamy
go
head.
black.
Oh. Well, hold on here. Let me just double
Come on,
check.
it's not that bad. It's a stout.
Oh, oh.
This is
I'm good, thanks.
I know. Didn't mean it that way.
Well, apparently,
Wow.
Fuzz here's got all the hair.
Ooh. I think I actually got some dreggies in there, like some dark, unfiltered bits. I don't know, maybe not. Let's take a look at her.
It's black.
It's definitely black. There's almost no.
It's tar.
There's not even in this glass. I don't even get some like reddish hues around it. It's really black.
It's black.
It's as black as that Imperial Stout we just did.
I already
It's
had supper
sticky.
twice.
What?
I already had supper twice.
There you go. The head looks similar too.
Dark.
Dark, it's sticky.
5.2% ABV.
Oh, that means it's like only half the alcohol.
Yeah.
It's
Sort of.
get away for this. It's going to be right up your alley.
Ooh. It's like chocolate and caramel.
Oh no, coffee.
Yeah, well, there's
Coffee
coffee in there
too.
too.
Yeah.
But you
It's
get
like a nice Java Mousse coffee chocolate mocha.
Yeah.
There's almost kind of a little bit of like an ice creamy sort of thing on the go in there too.
yeah, that's actually a good analysis. There is that kind of like a creamy kind
All of a sudden,
like,
I want to put this over top of vanilla ice cream.
I bet you it would be delicious. There's probably a few bottles left. Do you
Oh,
want to go down
for
and get
sure.
your
I mean,
hands
they're
on
selling these things
So
for
we're gonna put ice
$4.
cream and then pour this on top.
Yeah, it's called a Guinness float.
I don't even like ice cream, and that's a waste of ice cream.
What's wrong with you?
I haven't tried.
Go home, Buzz. You're drunk.
Wait,
I am home.
Oh, great.
We filmed at my
I'm drunk.
house.
All right.
we
All right.
film at the round table.
That was yeah.
That's not quite right.
Buzz's round table. All right, got my hat.
But my mother gave it to me.
There's still a fair bit of coffee and chocolate into that taste, but it's very light.
It smells worse than it tastes.
Wow.
It's definitely got some of the caramel coming through in the taste too.
Yep.
If we were to compare to this to things like O'Hara's cider stout or Guinness,
It's more flavorful, I find.
it's definitely more flavorful.
I don't like a Guinness, heavy Guinness stout. I'm not a big fan of this, but
You like it better than Guinness?
maybe.
Maybe.
I was sick off Guinness.
Well,
It's
St.
not-
Patrick's Day does terrible things.
It's very smooth, but it's not very carbonated.
No, it's
No.
not very carbonated at
It's
all.
almost, it's not flat. I mean, there's just a little bit of natural carbonation in there, but not a whole lot.
Can I sit down with one of these?
I could. You know what?
I could drink
You
it
know what
like
this
this.
requires? Barbecue, nice rare steak.
I was thinking some smoky ribs.
Nice lingering dark chocolate taste in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Either
a little bit,
way,
a little
nice
bit of
rare
touch of an earthy kind of hop, but not much.
All the
Like
jerky's
some-
gone.
Caramel chocolate cheesecake.
You know what?
Caramel like turtles or something.
Can we sit with
Maybe
this?
not quite.
Yeah,
You-
let's
you
sit
wanna
down.
sit down?
Let's sit with this. I
We'll
want to
sit down with this one for a second. We'll be right back, folks.
It is now going.
Schnell.
Hell.
All right. And we're back with Gahan Sydney Street Stout. So, what do we think of this? I gotta say that I like this a whole lot more in the bottle than I did on tap. It's got a lot more flavor this time. That time, it was flavorful before, but it's got a lot more now. It's not as watery. It's got a lot more carbonation to it. Doesn't come off quite as flat. It doesn't come off as boring either. It's actually really quite a bit improved from what I remember it being on tap. That said, though, they call itself a limited edition. They charge like a whole $1 more for this bottle, and I'm not sure if it's quite worth that much. What do you think, Ice?
I had a little fresher bottle of this about a month ago, and I think it was a little better, a little fresher, but it was still really good now. This is probably... I mean, there aren't a whole lot of stouts that are Maritime made. This has got to be one of my favorites.
Definitely one of the best from the Maritimes.
Yeah.
I kind of like...
Definitely, it holds up pretty well, the Timber Hog.
Yeah, very much so. I almost like this a little bit better than Timber. And Timber Hog is really good. So.
Well, I'm not a big stout fan myself. It doesn't taste like poison. It is a little bit...
Bitter?
Yeah, coffee. It's coffee flavor, of course, right? And I'm not a big fan of it, but I've had worse. It isn't watery.
Nope.
Made from the Maritimes. Sid?
I like it, but I'm a stout man. I like a dark beer.
You knew you would.
Potato says what?
Hey! You leave me and my heritage out of this.
All right, let's go. Let's give it a number.
Starting with Irishman over here. So what do you think?
I give it a 4. I like it.
Nice.
I'm going to give it 3.75.
3.75?
I'm going to give it a 2.75.
And I think I'm going to follow up with that with a 4 as well. I'm going to agree with Irishman here. I think it's the Irish in me talking, actually.
Could be the Guinness shirt.
Yeah, the Guinness shirt, maybe. Yeah, I really like Guinness. I really like stouts. And although I'm a big fan of IPAs now, when I first started the channel, I adored stouts. I'm not sure if I like this one quite as much as well, I like it better than Guinness, although I gave Guinness a really overinflated score at first.
Taste change.
I might like O'Hara's
like
a little bit better than this, but I like it better than Timber Hog. I'm going to stick with a 4. Really good, and I recommend people seek it out, but don't go crazy buying a lot of them because I think they're a little overpriced right now.
Maybe it'll be back around again.
Maybe it'll be back. Maybe it'll go into the regular lineup, and I think it should.
Well, at least a yearly
but
thing.
I don't think it's worth like $4.35 a bottle. $4.45. It should be not $3.98 or $3.85 like the rest of them.
At this point, I can't even dispute prices in these stupid provinces, so whatever. They could charge you $1 a bottle and I'd still buy a couple.
Moosehead is overpriced.
Everything is overpriced.
Taxes, man. All right.
I gave it a pass.
I know. I'm impressed.
We're all very proud of you.
You're evolving. So give it a round of applause for the Fuzz, who doesn't hate a stout.
I don't love a stout.
Well, we're getting there.
We're working on it. All right. So thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you folks later.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. We got nothing.
He's already drank it all.
I got a drop.
Good for you, son.
I drank my drop, sorry.
At my age, it's too late to get medical